Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. This is Something Saturday where we just talk about things we didn't get to talk about the rest of the week. And today we have a couple things to talk about, so let's go ahead and jump into it. So our first order of business is that Marvel Zombies is getting its own animated TV show. And while this is not necessarily a surprise, we kind of saw this coming when they did the Marvel Zombies What If episode, and it did okay. When you have something like that, it doesn't have to be a one-time thing when you have a studio like Marvel and Disney behind it. And this is going to be an okay show. It looks like they're going to move forward with this. It's going to get a rated R treatment, or TVMA, if you will, which isn't bad. And even though it's going to be animated, they have promised us a lot of gore and a lot of violence with the show, which is something I think if you're going to do a zombie show, you definitely want your gore, you want your violence. So it would kind of shock me if they didn't do it that way. They've promised a lot of that type of thing. They've promised a lot of horror element to it. And I think that's going to make it fun. Now, I don't know how true to the comics this show will be. Probably only about as true as the What If even that far. And you just kind of have to take it with a grain of salt. Now, the Marvel Zombies comic books were fun to read. And if you haven't read them, I totally encourage you to check those out because they are fairly fun to look at. Fairly fun to read, and it was a good concept. So bringing that to the small screen, if not the big screen, does require a little bit. And I think that with Marvel Studios wanting to bring this as an animated TV show, that could be quite different. It would be too high of a production for them to bring it in as a live action TV show, but to bring it in as an animated one, I think would be okay. It looks like that's what they're going to do, and I'm kind of excited about it. Next up, we're going to jump from Marvel Studios and Disney to CW and the Superman and Lois TV show. Now, for those who don't know, Superman and Lois is on its 4th season. Now, with its 4th season coming on the CW, it's been delayed. The show is in its final season, of course, because of the reboot of the DCU and all of the repercussions that are going to come along with that. Now, I find it interesting that this show is going to be delayed. And their official word on why it's going to be delayed is that they have said that the show is going to be delayed due to them having a lot of special effects. Them really going gung-ho with all the special effects. That this season is going to blow people away. And I'm hoping that that's true. So production level might be a little bit higher or whatever for the last season. That would be awesome. But here's my own personal thought on why this could be. Because you have to look at this from a different angle too. If James Gunn is rebooting the DCU, then it stands to reason that Superman Legacy is coming in 2025. Why would you put out a Superman project almost a whole year in advance? Why not put out a Superman project later on in the year to tide people over? And I think that might have something to do with it. That's just my personal opinion. I don't think it has anything to do with the FX because, let's face it, the effects on this show have never been immensely bad. In fact, I would go on to say that as far as CW shows go, the Superman and Lois show has always been kind of top-notch. They've had some really great special effects. And if you have not watched this show, it's actually a kind of cool little adaptation and sort of its own universe in the CW realm of things, where Superman and Lois have 2 boys. One boy has powers and one boy doesn't. And it treats him with a level of respect that I didn't anticipate. When I first heard of Superman and Lois, I wasn't all that excited about the show. And it took me a little bit to get on to that show and then to give it a chance. And when I gave it a chance, I really did like it. And I'm kind of sad that it's ending now. But with season 4 coming, being the final season, and the reboot of the DCU, I think that it probably has something to do with that as well. The show's, like I said, the show has always done okay in terms of special effects. So I can't imagine that this would be the reason why. But that's the official word. It has been delayed due to some of the special effects and just the overall quality of the show. And keep in mind, it was also delayed kind of in production due to the writers' strike and the actors' strike as well. Last up, we have to jump into the Spider-Man universe. More specifically, into Sony Spider-Verse. You know, and with Sony doing their own Spider-Verse, they haven't officially even had a Spider-Man in their universe. Sure, they were supposed to have Tom Holland. He was supposed to be a shared thing, but they haven't done anything with him there. They mainly have kept him in the MCU. Well, a new show was announced, and that new show was Spider-Man Noir. And Spider-Man Noir is going to be a live-action TV show based on the character from the Into the Spider-Verse movie. That's right, all the way from that movie comes a live-action version of the character, and it is going to be played by Nicolas Cage. So this is actually really super exciting news. Nicolas Cage has been confirmed to be a part of the live-action series, and I am 100% down for this. That character has always been cool. He's always been one of the better Spider-Man in the Spider-Verse, and I think it's going to be really awesome to watch him get a live-action treatment. And if you're bringing the voice actor in to do this, I think that's amazing. I think that's going to be something that's really awesome. Also, this TV show is scheduled to appear on Prime Video, so that's something that's kind of cool as well. I wouldn't have anticipated it to be there, but I suppose since it's Sony and they kind of have other places they want to send their stuff to, I think that that's something to look forward to as well. Now, whether or not it would ever go to Disney streaming, I don't know. Maybe it's exclusively only to Amazon Prime. It looks like it is right now, but this is actually really exciting news. I think that's going to be something that's really awesome. I can't wait to see them do it. As always, we want to know what you guys think. Make sure you're leaving us that comment in the comment box below, letting us know what you think. Share this video with all of your friends so they can be part of the conversation as well. Don't forget to hit that like button. It's free, it helps the channel, and we appreciate it. Miko says we need more subscribers, and you don't want to disappoint Miko. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell while you're down there so you don't miss a single video we do. And friends, at the end of the day, I know it, you know it, and Miko knows it. Fandom is family.